Hi, I'm Stephen Levy, the Managing Director of Heat Outdoors. We've been asked so many times about different lamps and how they work and what the different structures of them are, and also the terminologies involved. I wanted to do this short video just to explain exactly what's going on. First of all, the word quartz. All these three heat lamps I've got in front of me are completely different, but they're all quartz, and that's because the glass over the outside of them is quartz glass. So that refers to all different types of lamps, not just heating lamps, but that's a quartz lamp. You'll often hear the term halogen. Well, halogen is the gas that's inside there, that's inside the quartz tube. So again, they're all halogen lamps. You'll quite often hear them referred to as carbon lamps or tungsten lamps. Well, that's down to the metal, or the carbon in this instance, that's running inside that actually produces the heat. Most of the shortwave lamps, and I'll explain what shortwave means in a minute, but the shortwave lamps use a tungsten filament. So in a normal light bulb, that's the little twirly bit of metal that you see. Here, it runs the length of the unit, that's tungsten. Some heaters have a carbon element inside, like this one, and as you can see, it's quite a thick, braided material, whereas the tungsten, which I'll show you in a second, is a much, much thinner wire. All of these lamps are quartz lamps, all of these lamps are halogen lamps, and all of these lamps are infrared lamps. If you've ever wondered what these indents are down the side, that's just to stop the elements slipping through the unit, and it means you can use the heater itself in a vertical orientation. If you don't have these little indents down the lamp, you can't do that because the elements inside will fall down and it'll just burn out the lamp. On the ends, we've got these connectors. Now, this is exclusive to Heat Outdoors. These are what we call easy fit connectors, and they're designed to allow you to change the lamp while the heater is in situ, or even not when it's in situ. It's very, very easy, can be done in a matter of minutes, simply by unplugging the old lamp, unscrewing the outer connector, putting the new one back on, putting it together again, job done. On any other type of patio heater you might have, assuming it's a good quality one and you can change the lamp, on a lot of cheap ones you can't, you're going to have leads like this. They've got a thermal cover on the actual lead itself, and then just a bare wire where you'll connect it into your heater terminals. This particular one, if you're wondering why it's got one long and one short, is because it comes from a larger unit that's got two lamps inside it. So one lamp has to reach all the way around to where the other, one wire has to reach around all the way to where the other one is. If you've ever wondered why the gold coating, we put that on the lamp to stop the light emission. So it emits heat, but the better the coating, the more we reduce the light. And we've now got that down to something in the order of 99.5% light reduction. So the lights give off a very, very faint glow, but loads and loads of heat. So I said earlier on in the film that I'd break one open so I could show you what's inside. I have to say I'm not that familiar with breaking lamps. We normally fix them. So I'm going to have a quick go on here, which I've now done. And so you can see inside here, you've got a whole series of wires running through the heater. And this is tungsten wire. Now this is actually from one of our ULG Plus heaters. Okay, so now I'm going to break this other lamp as well. And we can have a look inside and see actually what's going on in there. So, having successfully broken the lamps and also successfully not cut myself yet, let's have a quick look. So we've got a piece of the glass tubing here. It's actually clear glass, it's quartz glass. And then on the outside, we've got this gold coating. The gold coating reflects the heat on the inside, or reflects the light on the inside, and keeps the light in. So on these two different types of lamp, this is our standard tungsten lamp. And then this tungsten filament here, with the one with the squiggly line on it, is our latest ULG Plus style lamp. And that, with the coating on the top, cuts out something like 99.9% of the light. So very, very dim, gives out hardly any light at all. If we start off with this one here, this is a standard lamp that you'll find on most quality heaters. First of all, do you remember I mentioned earlier on about these indents along the way and how the lamp doesn't fall down? Well, that's what this ring is here. So you've got these rings all the way down the lamp, and that's designed to stop the tungsten element moving within it so it can be mounted vertically. The next thing to note is the actual way this brand new lamp, this is the ULG Plus lamp, has been formed. It's very, very different to the traditional thin line of tungsten. And what that does is it gives us a lot more stability with the core itself, which allows it to last longer. Because the heat and the light are being generated from a lot more wire rather than a thin line, it's also an awful lot dimmer, whilst giving out the same amount of heat. So this is a new generation of ULG Plus lamps. They're very, very low light, and this is our standard generation of ULG lamps. It's still ultra low glare, but nowhere near as ultra low glare as ULG Plus. And hopefully now you know what an infrared heat lamp is, what the terminologies used are, and what's going on inside them.